Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about the MCU because, hey, there have been a whole bunch of rumors and what if stuff or whatever, and I kind of want to talk about it. But the reason why I want to talk about it is because it really gets down to the whole recasting thing, and this is even past the whole Black Panther recasting thing. Is that we're coming to the thing where we're hearing rumors of like Marvel doesn't want to do any sign on for the actors long term, and they're also starting to bring in characters. They're also starting to bring in characters from the TV series, and they're also recasting them, even though they're in the same continuity. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, I don't really want to hear any more fans talking about that they can't accept recasting. When if you're going to agree to Hulk being recasted, War Machine being recasted, Red Skull being recasted, Iron Fist might be recasted, Luke Cage might be recasted, Daredevil might be recasted, Jessica Jones might be recasted as well, and Heimdall, and not Heimdall, but Hamlin from Thor got recasted as well. Nobody said nothing about that kind of stuff, and it's just kind of funny. Like we're over here talking about characters being can't be recasted. One character can't be recasted because the actor played it, but then the other characters are free range to being recasted. That doesn't make any logical sense. But at the same time, it gets me wondering: is Marvel saying that is because they're too cheap to pay the actors, even though they're $1 billion franchise? They're what, $2 billion franchise, and it's kind of weird that you don't want to pay the actors their worth or whatever and stuff like that. It kind of makes no logical sense. So what's going to happen? What, you're going to recast characters every 2 to 3 movies or something like that? And if that's the case, you need to get the fans to understand that this is how life goes. This is how everything goes. To be honest, I mean that's just how I think it needs to happen. Because like I said, you done spoiled fans for so long that people don't act like Robert Downey Jr. is the end all be all to Iron Man. Chris Evans is the be all end all to Captain America. And no offense, they're great actors, but they're not. Just like Scarlett Johansson isn't the end all be on to Black Widow. I can see other actors stepping in, and rightfully so. They should. They should. If you're going to continue to have this universe going on, if you're going to have this universe constantly going on, unless you're going to reboot or whatever, but to pretend like these characters don't exist anymore or to kill them off, just doesn't really make any sense, especially when you're doing some upcoming events that requires the main characters that you're trying to get rid of now not being involved. Like you're doing Secret Invasion without Captain America, Iron Man, and Black Widow, when those characters play a major role in the story. But okay, sure, that makes logical sense. Or what happened if you do the Illuminati without Black Panther? And I'm talking about T'Challa, because nobody from Wakanda knew anything about what Black Panther was doing with the Illuminati at all. So what's happening? Like there are major storylines that revolves around those characters that you're trying to shelf because you don't want to recast, but then you're saying we don't want to recast those characters, but then we're going to recast other characters. Make that make sense. Make that make sense to me, because I talk to me, talk to Trey, because Trey want to know what the hell's going on. What is the hell is going on right now? I mean, like I said, there's nothing officially confirmed or anything. There's just rumors or whatever, but it is kind of strange that characters are going to, there are rumors that characters are going to be recasted. And for me, I like Young Ripper said, I don't really care about the actors anymore like that. I really don't. Hey, it's great and all, but as long as they can look and feel like the characters, I'm good. I'm good. The only reason why I care about the whole thing with Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck as Batman and Superman is because they never got their fair shot at being those characters, but then you want to replace them with other actors, and the actors that you're choosing for them is Twilight bitch and a black person. Neither one of those sound really interesting to me at all. So no, you didn't give them a fair shot. It ain't even got nothing to do with, oh, they were aging out the role or anything. You didn't give them a fair shot. You only gave them 3 movies, and they were mostly team up movies. They weren't even solo movies. I mean, Batman was literally a cameo in Suicide Squad, and he had co-lead with Superman in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, and in Justice League Snyder Cut. Because let's be honest, Josh Whedon version don't even fucking exist, to be honest, really. So you make that make sense to me. Y'all make that make sense. So of course I'm gonna fight tooth and nail for Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck to be Batman and Superman because they haven't had their fair shot, really. But you know, Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Black Panther, you know, they've been out and stuff like that. Let other people take the role. It's okay. It's okay to have it because you kind of need to, or this cinematic universe need to go ahead and end at Phase 5 or something like that. To be honest, I'm not saying that you can't continue to support the MCU, but at some point, y'all gonna have to put on big boy pantses and big girl pantses and be like, okay, I understand actors age out or actors, you know, decide to leave the role or whatever, and the show must go on or whatever. Or sometimes, you know, tragedy straight and you don't want it to happen, but you know, it happens. And I would want, you know, these characters, these fictional characters to live on, but you're going to have to recast these characters. You're going to have to recast these characters. And I think Phase 4 is probably the best time to go ahead and do it. The Phase 4 is the best time to go ahead and just quietly recast these characters. Hell, there's even rumors that they're quietly recasting Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, which God yes. God yes. If there's a character that can get the hell up out of the MCU fast enough, Brie Larson. Which is kind of funny because if any of you guys saw the deleted scene from Avengers Age of Ultron, they had this beautiful actress be the stand-in for Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, because she was supposed to make a special appearance at the end of Age of Ultron. And the actress that plays Carol Danvers looks more like Carol Danvers than Brie Larson do, and she had a body like Carol Danvers. She had boobs. She had beautiful blonde hair, had hips. And where was that on Brie Larson? Nowhere. When Tom Holland got more of a body and a booty than Brie Larson, you know you screwed up. You know you screwed up. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. And then her stunt double for Endgame looked more like Carol Danvers in the comics than Brie Larson did. Again, make that make sense. But you know, hey, go ahead and recast her. To be honest, because I mean, she needs to get up out of here. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. And I understand people like continuity. I'm a big continuity kind of person too, but at the same time, I understand that these actors, you know, sometimes they have to leave the role or whatever and stuff like that, and recast happens. But I'd rather them recast the character than to kill the character off. Like it or not. Because truth of the matter is, if your refusal to watch the show for is because the actor, you weren't a fan of the character. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's in the same universe. Because I know somebody going to be like, well, what about the Batman and Ben Affleck thing? Nope, because it's not even in the same. It's not even in the same continuity. Thankfully, because if it was in the same continuity, I definitely wouldn't be watching it. And I like Batman, but I didn't sign up for Robert Pattinson. Sometimes an actor can break it. Sometimes an actor definitely can break the role. But hey, sometimes you gotta recast. You gotta recast. You gotta recast. To be honest, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just make sure you can find an actor or actress that can, you know, look like the previous actor that played the role. Don't have them where they're completely different. Like it's weird. I hate when they do recasting and the characters' height, size, or hair done change completely different. And you just like, yikes. Yikes. You know what I'm saying? Like if Chris Evans is 6'2", right? Or is he he's 6 feet, right? Or whatever. And you get a new Steve Rogers, Captain America, to play him. Why is he 5'5"? What? Excuse me. The character was 6'2" in the previous movies. Why is he 5'5" now? Make that make sense. That's all. And then he got brown hair instead of blonde hair. Again, make that make sense. You couldn't strap on a wig or something. You couldn't tell the actor to dye his hair, or he's skinnier than the previous actor. Again, you couldn't tell them to put some muscle mass on. Like, come on now, don't get that damn lazy. At least make sure the actor can. You be like, okay, I can see a little bit of resemblance next to him, because there are actors that can pull off the previous actor's look and feel and demeanor. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that if these rumors are to be believed to be true, then the MCU people need to get ready for recasting these characters and understand that life happens, and hey, you gotta sometimes recast. And sometimes the show must go on, or the MCU need to go ahead and cut its loss after Phase 4. After Phase 4, you're done. You're done, and there's nothing wrong with bowing out from it, to be honest. And then you can go back to doing simple standalone Marvel movies that don't have anything to do with any other Marvel character, like the Fox and Sony movies did and Universal movies did beforehand. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.